Hey family, TACC man, how's your spirit? Talk to me. Tell me something good. I'm doing a little different thing because something came up. I don't remember exactly what it was, but a lot of people think that if you're Christian or Jewish or Muslim or whatever, that we're different, right? We're no different. There's only one God, right? And we have to be grateful to God for giving us life, and helping us navigate life. But I want to show why it's all the same. Doing the right thing in life, that's what it's all about. Period. Doing the right thing. That's what it's about. So I'm going a little different today. And just sit back and enjoy the ride. Gratitude to God shows up everywhere in both books. It ties it tied to recognizing his blessings. It's tied to recognizing his blessings, staying humble and getting even more good from him. In the Bible, you're told to give thanks in all circumstance because it's literally God's will for you. Psalms hammers it home over and over. Enter his gates with thanksgiving. Give thanks because he's good and his love lasts forever. Verses like 1 Thessalonians 5:18, Psalms 104, Psalms 107, 1, Colossians 3:17, and Philippines 4:6 all drive that home. Thanks keep you close to God and brings peace, right? In the Quran, gratitude or shukr gets the same energy. Allah straight up says if you're grateful, he'll increase you. Quran 14:7 is the best one. Other spots like 31:12, 152, 16:53, and 27:19 show that being thankful benefits your own soul. That's all blessings coming from God. And that true gratitude means worshiping only Him and living right. Count His favors and you'll never finish. That's the vibe. Doing right by each other is the flip side. Both scriptures say your relationship with God shows up in how you treat people. Let me say that again. Doing the right thing by each other is the flip side. Both scriptures say your relationship with God shows up in how you treat people. So if you have hate in your heart, you can't say that, you're a person of God because God has no hate. It's about love. Like I tell you, this program is called TACC, Through Adversity Come Change. Matter of fact, before we begin, this is the book. It's on Amazon, and I'm ordering my uh, workbook so you can start working on yourself at home by yourself, and then go from there. Because there's more steps to it. Um, and we have to understand that we're all one people, man. We come from Adam and Eve. We come from one soul. Adam and God made Eve from his rib, and we're all a part of that one family. And like he says, it's how you treat people is how you get closer to him, right? Bible's golden rules is love your neighbor as yourself. It's in Leviticus 19:18, Matthew 22:39, and Galatians 5:14. Jesus spells it out with the good Samaritan, feeding the hungry, and whatever you did for the least of these, you did for me. Kindness, justice, helping the poor, forgiveness, it's not negotiable. Period. Quran just as direct. Be kind to parents, relatives, orphans, neighbors, and the needy and travelers. Cooperate in goodness, not evil. Justice, good speech, pardoning others. 436, 52, 1690, 1723 to 24, and tons more. Kindness isn't optional, it's part of faith. Believers are brothers, so fix things between each other. And see, what we have to understand is that no one is better than no one else. Everybody has their gift from God. And it's only through adversity you find that gift. Going through your adversities, like I say, your choices shape your adversities. Your adversities are your lessons to get you to your blessings. You have to go through life's lessons, its adversities, in order for you to understand life, in order for you to grow to do the things that you need to do in life. And it's just how it is. But you must go through your adversities, and your adversities are going to shape and mold the direction of your life. If you ever notice, all of the things that you've gone through in life got you to where you are now. If you'd had different adversities, you wouldn't have been where you are now. So, like I tell people, uh, we all have adversities. And my adversities are different from your adversities. Your adversities are different from mine. But my adversities shape and mold me who God wants me to be if I pay attention. And the same goes for you. And a lot of people don't get that. Embrace your journey. Embrace your adversities, because these are the things that are going to make you the best person that you can be if you're paying attention and you're doing the right thing. It's up to you. You have to make your life. A lot of people think that um somebody else. No, it all depends on what you want out of life. You're gonna go after whatever you want in life. If you want something in life, you can't wait for nobody else. And it's little strides, little strides, not right away. It's little strides. This is what shows we are one. We are not different. Um, so that's the core. Dozens of verses in each book beat the same drum. Gratitude keeps you plugged into God, and treating people right proves that gratitude is real. Both texts say you can't separate the two. Right, here we go. Gratitude to God. Biblical example, Psalm 104. Enter his gates with thanksgiving. Uh, 1 Thessalonians 5:18. Give thanks in all circumstances. Psalms 107:1. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. Philippines 4:6. Prayer with thanksgiving. Colossians, be thankful. Come with thankfulness and praise. I will give thanks with all my heart. Give thanks. His love endures. Giving thanks to God. Always giving thanks for everything. That's Bible. Now this is Quran. If you are grateful, I will surely increase you. Be grateful to me and do not deny me. 2 152. 31:12. Whoever is grateful for his own soul. 16:53. Whatever blessings you have is from God. 14:34. You could not enumerate God's favors. Prayer to be grateful for his blessings. If you are grateful, he is pleased with you. We reward those who are grateful. For those who show gratitude, be grateful and ungrateful. The choices is yours. Doing right by each other, biblical. Love your neighbor as yourself. Second greatest commandment, love your neighbor. Do justice, love kindness, walk humbly. Kindness to needy honors God. Be kind and forgiving to one another. Seek justice, defend the oppressed. Show mercy and compassion. Kind to poor and lends to the Lord. A whole law is fulfilled in loving your neighbor. Whatever you do for the least, you did for me. Now, this is Quran. Be good to parents, relatives, orphans, needy neighbors. God orders justice, good conduct, and giving to relatives. Spend on parents, relatives, orphans, needy travelers. Cooperate in righteousness and piety. Kindness and humility to parents. Be good to parents, relatives, orphans, needy. Charity for the poor, needy travelers. Stand firm in justice, even if it's against yourself. Pardon and overlook gives the relatives and needy. Freeing slaves feeds orphans and poor. And the reason why I can't remember exactly what the situation was, but people have to understand that, as Muslims, we believe in all books. We don't just believe in the Quran. It's a must to us to believe in all prophets, messengers, and all of all of these prophets that came, they came with the same message, doing the right thing. You know, if you say you love God, God is love. There's no hate or anything like that with God. So, we're gonna go through our youth and trying to figure out life. But when you get older, you understand life. So you're supposed to do the right thing. Period. You're supposed to do the right thing. And it's not about uh being submissive to people. It's being submissive to God. And it's only through our adversities we're going to make these change. And part of the reason why I wanted to do this is because this program that I have is for all people. It's whoever want to heal. I don't care what ethnic group you're in, what denomination of church, or if you're Jewish or Buddhist or whatever. It's about healing. We've all been lied to. This is not a, a centralized thing. This is global, what has been done. And this is why I said we must heal. The people who want to heal must heal first, learn the lies from the truth, and then come together and build a foundation that we can never be treated other than what we are, human beings. And this is what a lot of people don't get. We have to come together. Do you see what's going on in the world? And it's not nice. And if we don't come together, it's going to get worse. But there's a God, and He says high and looks low. Well, like I said, I wanted to let you guys know, if it's Christians who watch, Muslim, Jew, Buddhists, whatever, Hindu, this platform is for everyone. Of course, all ways of life teach peace, love, and happiness. And this is what this is about. It's only through our adversities that we make the changes we need to make in our life. But we have to go through our adversities in order to be able to understand that we need to make change in our life. Because when you start to be honest with yourself and look in the mirror and be like, yeah, I need to work on that. I need to work. And I do it all the time with God. I ask God all the time, I need work on that. Help me with that. And He does. This is why I tell y'all, when I first come on, how's your spirit? How's your connection with the God, or your understanding of the creator, or whoever you think is your higher power? You have to be able to get a connection with Him to have the understanding of life. But you have to go through life's adversities, life's ups and downs, and you can't give up. That's the only thing you can't do is give up. Because if you give up, it's over. But if you fall down 10 times, get up 11. And when you get up 11 times, you're going to have more knowledge to be able to go at it again to win. And this is what it's about. It's about winning in this life so you can get to the next one and live the best life that you can ever live. This life is just fleeting. And you can see it how things are going. We have to start making changes. We have to come together, do the right thing, live right, be happy, and help each other. I was just talking, man, it's crazy, right? I went to Juma today and I was speaking with this older brother than me. And he was with this other guy who was a addict, which we all are. We just don't use no more. Them kind of drugs. And he was telling me that he had 100 and I think 40 or 170 acres of land that he just want to sell. Plus his brother left him a substantial amount of money and stuff. And I'm saying, why would you want to sell right now in this time? 140 or 170 acres of land. Do you know what you can do to help people to grow and build? You see, they trying to inject the vegetables and the fruit with all kinds of stuff, taking the seeds out. We have to start planting and stop using pesticides and learn how to grow stuff for ourselves and farm and stuff like that. Build our own communities, our neighborhoods. 170 acres, you can build a whole neighborhood, a community. That's big. But he rather sell it and come to New York and get high, I guess. And that's crazy to me, but I understand because I've been through, addiction myself and I understand what it does. But right now in my mindset, all I need is a break. I'm going to the moon. All I need is some money, and I know what to do. And I have 30 apps, device, and business concept, plus this platform here. I know what to do, but a lot of people don't. And this is what we need to start teaching each other. And this is why I say we have to heal, learn the lies from the truth, then help everyone accept, achieve, and appreciate love. This is what it's about. My whole life is about helping others now, doing the right thing, making sure that we could live in peace and harmony, man. I don't do this just for y'all. I do it for me too. I heal every day that I come on here and give y'all a piece of me. And this is what it's about. I'm not a quitter, and I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep striving no matter what. And inshallah, God will make a way for me every time, as He always has. I just don't want to do things that go against Him anymore. And this is why I live right now. And I know y'all may see I smoke weed, but that's my medicine. I have a prescription for it, for different things that I have ailments. There's one of the reasons why I came home with the COVID, with the CARES Act thing. So I had a bunch of different ailments. So this is I got permission from federal judge to, and I have the medical marijuana card. But yeah, we grow up, we live, we learn, we grow up. And when we grow up, you start doing different things in your life. And that's all I want to do is help people to learn how to live better, learn how to do the right thing. Because we all the same. It's one big family. And this is the thing. We're no longer that village. Like they said, it takes a village. We're no longer that village. And this is why things are the way they are. The kids don't even have, they don't understand consequences. You know, like it's crazy. They don't even understand there's a God, there's a devil, There's a heaven, there's a hell, and they just get busy, and it's frightening, but then again, it's not, because if it's ever a civil war, anything like that, them young kids gonna slide, you know, and it's sad, that we can even be talking about something like this in 2026. This is not 1776. But it is what it is. This is what we're going through. But it's only through our adversities we make the change we need to make in our life so that we can do better and be better. And this is what it's about, us helping each other to do better and be better. My thing is, I just want to make life a blessing to each and every one of us. That's my thing, helping all of us to win. And the only way we can do that is we got to come together. We got to heal. We got to learn the lies from the truth. Pay attention to what life is telling you and do the right thing. Like I was reading earlier, on help our neighbor. If we keep helping each other, imagine how far we can go in life. But we've been taught to not help each other. And the crazy thing is, this is not who we are. We've taken on someone else's behavior, character, because we were stolen people. And then when we act like they act, we're savages. I don't get that part. And this is why you have to always go back to the root of things, and it's not pretty. It's sad, actually. It's really sad. But the beautiful thing about it, there's a God. He sits high and looks low, and nothing gets past him. So whatever he putting us through is for a reason. And it's a blessing in everything that he does for us. So, like I said, just try to figure it out. And if you figure it out, life will, like I said, life is gonna life. But when you gain that peace, it's nothing like it. Trust and believe me. You know. Like I said, I just want to give y'all something for the day. I had my beautiful Juma today, and I had to give y'all something. So I'm gonna call it a night. Y'all have a blessed one. They're gonna be shooting fireworks and everything off tomorrow, and I'm gonna have my black butt right here in this house, and in the air conditioning, and just chill. You people have a blessed one, and just know that life gets better. It's what you make it. Through adversity comes change. Always understand that. You got to go through it to get to it. And if nobody told you they love you tonight, I'm telling you, I love each and every one of y'all. Y'all all my cousins, little, big, small, whatever. Y'all have a blessed one. TACC man out. Peace.